Reloop announces a new piece of hardware that a lot of people didn't see coming, and official details of the Pioneer DJS-1000. Find out more coming up. Thank you for watching PDot TV, where you find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. Now let's get into the video. So for the most surprising bit of news this week, Reloop announced a new controller they're calling the Reloop Touch. Now, unlike a lot of controllers out there in the market, this one does not support Serato DJ, Tractor, or even Rekordbox DJ. This controller is for virtual DJ. Now, virtual DJ has kind of been seen as a beginner piece of software and not really pro level for a lot of users out there. I see virtual DJ being used by maybe some mobile DJs, some karaoke DJs, but not a lot of pro DJs out there use virtual DJ anymore. And the amount of supported hardware also shows that fact as well. But Reloop looks like they're trying to change that with this new touch controller. Now this thing is pretty feature packed. Has a lot of, mismatched features from some different controllers in my opinion. I like the faders for effects. That seems to be taken from the Tractor control lineup that they currently have. The way that the performance pads are laid out reminds me a lot of the Serato DJ controllers that have been, the actual standard layout of Serato DJ controllers that we see, month in and month out. And the most standout feature in my opinion has to be that 7-inch touchscreen that they've added directly in the middle of this thing. This takes virtual DJ to the next level because in the past, like I mentioned, it's been a more amateur beginner piece of software, but having something this detailed and this higher end on this kind of controller. So this really takes virtual DJ and bumps it up in a lot of eyes to almost pro level, if not pro level, with this kind of controller and the kind of hardware from a brand like Reloop. Now, I really like the layout of this thing and how it's looking, and I trust Reloop to make a nice quality controller, but I do have some gripes with it. First and foremost, the short pitch faders. Now, I'm more of an old school DJ and I like blending by hand, so using the pitch faders and nudging the decks. And with a pitch fader that small, just like a lot of the lower end Serato DJ controllers or a lot of controllers in general, they have these smaller pitch faders that make, using pitch faders to have those micro adjustments to actually nudge and get your pitch right on time to manually beat a match a little bit harder than it needs to be when you have like a full size pitch fader. So that's one major gripe. The other one has to be the kind of inputs and outputs this thing has on the back. Now, you don't get XLR connections. You literally only get a USB into your computer and 1/4 inch out and RCA out. Now that's kind of limited, and it's the one thing that I would say kind of takes us away from being a pro level controller, but it makes for a really good above average controller in my opinion, especially if you're coming from virtual DJ and you've just been DJing with your mouse and keyboard. Plug your computer into this and you have a really powerful controller with a pretty good piece of software as well. Now the second bit of news has to be Pioneer's official announcement of the DJS-1000. And it pretty much lives up to all the speculation and hype that we saw a few weeks back when this thing first emerged and kind of leaked out. So it really is kind of like a Torres SP16 smashed into a CDJ case. You get a nice big touchscreen to control all, the screen functions that you found on the SP16, but you also get things like a pitch fader in the style of a CDJ to line everything up, as well as the ability to link BPMs over Pro DJ Link, like we speculated earlier. Now, one thing that I really like on this is the ability to have that record button on the lower left side and drum out a pattern and have it show up in the sequencer. I know step sequencing is like a big deal for a lot of dance producers out there, and it's the old school way of doing things, but if you're kind of the performer that likes playing on those 16 pads and getting a more human feel to it, this really opens up the door for that kind of workflow. This also allows you to use the Torres SP16 in your studio, make your project, save it to that USB stick, throw it in this DJS-1000 and get to work right in the DJ booth. So it makes a perfect complement from working in the studio, saving it, and loading it right into the DJ booth. And I think that's a way for Pioneer to make that jump and make these two pieces of hardware kind of make more sense, and the Torres way and workflow make more sense in the DJ booth as well. So that should encourage DJs to not only want to use this DJS-1000, but get an SP16 and use that in the studio so you're able to prep and have everything ready once you get to the booth if you have this on your DJ rider and take your DJ from just a DJ set to an actual performance as well. And the most surprising feature in my opinion that I didn't really see anybody speculate about was that the DJS-1000 has its own individual headphone out. Now this makes a lot of sense in my opinion because say you're working in a DJ duo the first DJ is taking care of the DJ set and you're prepping the DJS-1000 and loading up all the sounds and having everything ready. Having a singular cue on board on the actual piece of hardware makes so much more sense because you don't have to worry about the other DJ and bothering the other DJ and having it queued up and having all that ready. You can just listen and just focus on the DJS-1000 and setting up your sequence and setting up all your samples so you're ready to go. Also, another cool thing with that headphone out is if you have one of these at home, you can prep. You don't have to worry about turning on all your other DJ gear. Just turn on that one device, have your headphones plugged in, have the USB plugged in, and work directly on that hardware by itself. So it not only works in a DJ booth, but say you don't want to buy the Torres SP16 and you just want this so you have this device to take with you to the booth and practice at home, it's all available in one unit. So that's it for the news this week. So question of the day, are you excited for the DJS-1000? And if you are, how are you going to use it? Go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, if you found this video useful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click right here to subscribe to this channel. Or if you'd like to watch more content, go ahead and click on that video right there. And thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. See you next time.